Who do you think should win the Ballon d'Or? I guess the leading contenders coming into what's happened yesterday would have been Erling Haaland or Lionel Messi for the champion. Haaland doing what he did, Messi doing what he did in the World Cup. But now Rodri's in the conversation too. So let us know, who do you think?
Yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comment section.
Who do you think
anywhere
should
you're
win
watching this. At the moment, I still do not have any. I can't because why would I be Haaland? Haba.
Yeah. And I think I'm going for Lionel Messi, not Haaland. Haaland had a crazy season, 50 goals, won everything. But I feel like Haaland's season lacked a certain exclamation mark I would have liked. Yo, what's up, people? Welcome back to yet another episode of Shangalo. It's been a minute, but the boys are back.
Right, the boys are back. And of course, the Super Eagles
are back as well.
Super Eagles are back, right? You know, we've had an issue with, or let me say personally, I've had an issue with Jose Peseiro, the manager, you know, the coach of Super Eagles. I've not really appreciated the way he's gone about using the players, the way he set up his teams, the results that we've had in recent time. But this is good for him, right? Now, Nigeria has qualified for the AFCON in a group that you naturally would have expected them to win, right? The record is quite okay. I mean, 4 wins out of 5, 1 loss. Impressive, quite impressive. But yeah, yesterday's result was very big.
So yeah, very big result yesterday. 2 of the players you'd want to see scoring goals for Nigeria. If Nigeria are going to go far within this generation, these are players that are going to have to be at the forefront of it. Good to see Osimhen get to go and bring in his Napoli form to the international stage. That's what Nigerians have been crying out for a long time now. Hopefully he can keep this form into the Nations League. And Kelechi Iheanacho, whose stock has kind of dropped at club level. Leicester have been relegated, so him being able to score 2 goals yesterday, including the winner, should do him a world of good. That's a strike force I'd like to see more up as a partnership. Yeah,
definitely. But of course, you know how it works, right? With Nigeria, you don't exactly know how their form in the the club side will translate. Especially with Iheanacho, he blows hot and cold, right? So for him to have scored the winning goal in the 95th minute. No, Osimhen scored 2. Iheanacho scored the winning goal, the last goal, right? 3-2. And it was quite, it was 2-2, right? 90 minutes, and it was looking like, are we going to draw this game again, or are we going to lose, right? Because there was quite some pressure. So yeah, it was big for Iheanacho. He definitely has a lot to prove. He does not want to stay in the relegation.
Every game he plays is an audition at this point. He doesn't know who was watching that last game.
He has to. He definitely had to. He had a point to prove, and yeah, I think he did prove it. But yeah, now we're back at like that period where many people don't really enjoy it, right?
Yeah, but even whilst many people might not really enjoy it and think the season's over, technically season is over because we've had some international football. Yeah. And there have been trophies on the line. So just last night, the Nations League trophies were awarded. 2 went out. The CONCACAF Nations League was won by the United States of America. And the European Nations League was won by Spain.
Spain. And that's something that's interesting because that means that Rodri has been able to cap the season with another excellent performance, another trophy. He has won the Champions League. He has won the UEFA Nations League.
The Premier League, the FA Cup.
So yeah, Rodri, is he in the Ballon d'Or consideration now?
Yeah, I'd say definitely is in consideration. He's won all the most important things up for grabs. And like if you remember the season where Jorginho won the Euros, the Champions League and something else. So he won less than Rodri that season. And he won the UEFA Player of the Year award and was in the running for the Ballon d'Or. So looking at the season Rodri has had, the goals he scored in the Premier League. He scored a big goal in the Champions League final.
He scored the winning goal in the Champions League.
I didn't even remember that. He scored Champions League winning final goal. Another solid performance for Spain. They kept a clean sheet. That's heavily to do with him. Massive. I think it definitely is.
Yeah, definitely. But of course, at the moment the list is not extensive.
Yeah, it's not that many people. So I guess we can leave that to you guys. You can answer. That's our question of the day. Now that the European season is finished for the year, we know the award is going to be handed out towards the end of the season, but we know what's happened so far is going to be
definitely going to play in.
Who do you think should win the Ballon d'Or? I guess the leading contenders coming into what's happened yesterday would have been Erling Haaland or Lionel Messi for the champion. Haaland doing what he did, Messi doing what he did in the World Cup. But now Rodri's in the conversation too. So let us know, who do you think?
Yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comment section.
Who do you think
anywhere you're watching this. At the moment, I still do not have any. I can't because why would I be Haaland? Haba.
And I think I'm going for Lionel Messi, not Haaland. Haaland had a crazy season, 50 goals, won everything. But I feel like Haaland's season lacked a certain exclamation mark I'd have liked. So like maybe if he scored the goal in the Champions League final, or like in the semi-final against Real Madrid, he didn't score neither goal there. Against Manchester United in the FA Cup final, he didn't score. And I'm not sure if he did in that semi-final either. So
and
I feel
with
like he lacked that exclamation.
With Norway as well. Norway didn't do as much as
he's never going to do much with Norway.
They didn't qualify for the World Cup, and things like that. So yeah, that definitely will play against him.
Yeah. But yes, I think it's going to be a very tough one. The margins are going to be very fine. But let us know in the comment section who you think should win the next Ballon d'Or. All right, moving on from that. The US men's national team have won another trophy.
Yes.
US soccer might be on the rise.
Yes, on the rise, and it's quite interesting because I mean we saw how they played during the World Cup, right? There was some
belief, there was passion. We could pick out some players we liked,
and it's very good to see because we, with the MLS, with the progress that the MLS has made, then it looks like US soccer.
So with Lionel Messi going over there, I don't know if you've seen since then, they have the World Cup there next.
It's big. It's actually big, and that's case in point, right? For any country or any region that's trying to get into football and increase their profile with football, there has been incremental progress over time, right? And the way they've been able to bed quote and unquote, foreigners, people that are not actually like really. There's lots of blacks in the squad. Yeah,
very diverse.
It's a very, very diverse league, very diverse squad itself.
I think and things like that. I feel like that's what that factored into Messi's decision to move his family there at this stage in his career. Like, Cepeda are accepting the world because they had the problems with France, and then in Saudi there are different laws on how women can do.
So. Yeah, most definitely it's big, and of course there has always been that conversation about the US women's national team doing better than the US men's national team.
Yeah, so there's competition there now.
There's massive competition there now. The US men's national team have picked up their game, and it looks good. Of course, remember as well, just a couple years ago, there was that conversation about the pay structure and the pay gap. The men's national team were earning way more than the women's national team,
achieving way less.
So but now it seems like they're trying
parity will be seen.
Yeah.
So that's the big news from international football. I guess the players are now on some sort of break till preseason starts, which is in like a month. They're running these guys into the ground. But on the club front, it's the transfer season. The transfer season comes. News, rumors, some believable, some not. You get excited, you get hopes high. It's just a transfer season. Nobody knows what's what. But we're going to be here to help you navigate through that, tell you what's important, what to trust, etc.
Yeah.
First of all, I think I'd like to touch on the Saudi Arabia, because we're talking about countries trying to increase their profile and getting, I think that's a good segue to Saudi and how they're trying to do it. And at first we thought the model would be to get washed up players towards the end of their careers, to get them just to come for their profile and perhaps play in a Niger league. But it looks like they're going for relatively young and up and coming players in Europe now.
Yeah, definitely. And so it's good to see that, right? The Saudi Pro League is doing exactly what the MLS did, right? There is obviously a playbook. It worked for the MLS, right? And they're doing exactly the same thing. What's just most interesting is the fact that with the Saudi Pro League, it looks like there's more money.
There's definitely
they were able to bring a Cristiano Ronaldo. The MLS did it. They brought David Beckham, they brought David Villa, they brought Higuain. Higuain, who was playing even at his prime at the time, and they brought him into the MLS. And so that's exactly what we're seeing with the Saudi Pro League. And it's good to see, right? I remember last season, I was watching highlights of the King's Cup. I'm like, something I'd never even. I was seeing jerseys of what's the name of the team that Ronaldo plays for, Al Shafra or something. Yeah. I was seeing their jerseys on Lagos streets.
I saw it on Nigerian boys.
Like I'm like, what's going on?
That's why you make these transfers.
That's exactly why. And it's good to see. Some of the transfers that we're seeing now, rumors or stories that we're seeing now, that are quite interesting.
They're quite scary to me because, look at the situation now. Ruben Neves, he's Wolves captain. He's about 26 years old. He has a year left on his contract, and it looks like the Saudi Pro League are willing to offer about 50 million for his services.
Yeah.
And I think that's really going to that's a threat that's facing European football now, that if they're not just coming for the older players and they're willing to buy players from you and give them up, then who is going to be the next player that goes to the Saudi Pro League? Like, are we going to see a time where, I don't know, a Marcus Rashford or a might just offer Manchester United £80 million, offer Marcus Rashford 500k a week, money that he's never going to see in European football, and then now he has a decision to make. Could it be Saka next? Could it be Declan Rice, who's on the market now?
Even Wilfred Zaha as well.
Wilfred Zaha, this is a player that he's been linked to the big clubs in England for a long time. Now he might be taking silence all with Saudi. We're seeing Lukaku discussing a deal with Saudi as well. So I think it could be even scarier than the MLS. This could be the scariest,
think
and
so.
for that main reason that the financial power.
The money is just there.
It's like
The
nothing
money's
we've ever seen before. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to keep an eye on that. Over the course of this transfer window, we're sure there's going to be more links to
most
Saudi.
definitely.
But other than that, there's still some players potentially on the move, and one is Harry Kane, who I guess now that Bellingham's move is sorted out, Harry Kane's probably the biggest player on the market right now.
Yeah, of course, we know Real Madrid are in pole position to sign Harry Kane if at
sniffing
all.
around as
They're
well.
sniffing around. I mean, at the end of the day, it's Real Madrid, right? There's no player in the world that wouldn't want to play for Real Madrid, and Real Madrid do have that money as well.
And they have that void, Benzema.
They have
left.
that void. Yeah, so there's also Manchester United in
Yeah.
the, in the conversation, but the unsettled situation at Manchester United with the ownership, I feel like it would sort of knock them out of the race for a marquee signing like that. Of course, I think I would like to see Harry Kane at Manchester United because he's going to give you 30 goals.
He's the best striker in the league. I still
He's
think
going
so.
to give you 30 goals this season. So yeah, Harry Kane. But how much will Daniel Levy ask, for Harry Kane? It will definitely be an astronomical figure, but it looks like he's going to leave.
Yeah, so I think he's going to leave, but I think United definitely have a very big chance of securing Harry Kane. I think one thing that's going to be playing in Harry Kane's mind is the English goal scoring record. He's 60 goals behind Shire. If he stays at United and he plays 3 more seasons, he can get that record. And that's a legacy-defining record. And I also feel like with Real Madrid, that Bellingham signing, so they signed Bellingham, that was the marquee signing for the summer, and then they lost Benzema without knowing they were going to lose Benzema. So actually, where they need, and their midfield is packed. They have Camavinga, they have Tchouaméni, they have Valverde, Modric and Kroos have extended. So Bellingham was really just excess in midfield. But now that they're light in attack, I saw recently they only have two registered attackers now in Rodrigo and Vinicius, because Hazard has left, Benzema has left, so now they're linked to Selu. So they probably really need Kane, but I don't know if it's going to work out for them right now.
Yeah,
they're going to fork out the money again.
That consideration, right? Harry Kane would definitely want to break that record.
Yeah,
that
that's probably something he's wanted
definitely
all his life. So United, I won't rule yourselves out. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah,
another move that could be happening, and is picking up a lot of steam, is Kai Havertz, and he's also been linked to Madrid as well. I guess every striker might be linked to Madrid right now.
At the moment.
But one of the heavier links are to Chelsea, which is to Arsenal. Which is quite interesting. What do you think of that move?
So I really don't see how it will work, right, for Arsenal. But he's another one of those players that you don't know exactly where they're very good at. You don't know where exactly they're good at, right? Is he a 10? Is he a false 9? Is he a 9? Is he a winger? I mean, sometimes you can put him, let him drive in from from the flank. So I don't really know, but I understand that Arteta is very, very intelligent, and if he wants to, if he's going for Havertz, he definitely knows how he's going to use Havertz.
Yeah, like I said, it's a tricky one. Like you just mentioned, what is his best position? Because he's not really a midfielder and he's not a striker. If you're going to rely on him for goals, that's not a good idea. Considering they're relying on Gabriel Jesus for goals now, who is supposed to be more of a striker, and he's struggling to score goals. So I'd have thought if Arsenal were getting an attacker, they would have gotten a bona fide goal scorer. And the fact he can't really play midfield, so he's not really the Xhaka replacement. In the 10th spot, they have Odegaard, they have Smith Rowe, they have Saka, Martinelli, all these people behind strikers.
Trossard.
Yeah, they have a lot of options in the positions he plays. So it's a sticky one there. Like you said, Arteta is a smart man, so we'll see what his plan is there.
Something else that actually really caught my eye over the weekend was Claudio Ranieri at 71 years of age, right? He's done the unimaginable again, right? This is the manager because this is the manager that won that Premier League title with Leicester
Premier
City.
League title we've ever seen.
And he's gone back to Cagliari, the club where he actually made his name. In fact, this guy, he's just a story, like the stories that you would tell about this man when he eventually stops managing, right? He was able to bring Cagliari back into the top leagues. When they got him, they were sitting 14th. He was able to get them into the playoff places, and they were able to win it with the dying minute. Now, that game especially again, right? It was an inspired substitution. The player that he substituted, that he brought into the game, was the one that ended up scoring the winning goal. So
that's a stroke of brilliance, and there are a few chances where a manager's acumen is displayed directly. Most of you see footballers score the goal, and when you see a substitute pay off like that, and when you see the scenes after the match and celebration, you know that he still has what made him
guy
special.
was
The
just crying.
togetherness that existed in the
Yeah.
Leicester camp, you can see that again here, and it really is good to see.
Yeah, definitely. That's something big. That's something big. But of course, we'll see how it pans out for him. You know, when he does something big, he follows it up with
Yeah, I
something a
mean,
little bit mediocre. But
The
like,
next objective is just to stay in the big leagues, and if you do that,
yeah,
then you pass the
then
next
you are
test.
good.
Really.
Yeah, true.
All right, there you have it, people. That's another episode in the books. Thanks for rocking with us once
Yep.
again. Before you go, remember our question of the day: who should win the Ballon d'Or? Our three options are Messi, Haaland, and Rodri. But if you have another shout, another dark horse, let us know. And before you go,
That's not likely.
I mean,
who else? Who else?
I like to see what our people come up with and see who is funny.
Right,
What they
yeah,
say. Maybe I hear one rash, one sharp, and
One
one
Osimhen.
good. I mean, we appreciate that much.
Yeah.
But also, before you go, very important message, very, very important. We would like you guys to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. We have new pages up and running. Our Instagram page is now AccelerateTV_sports, and on YouTube, you can find us at Accelerate Sports. Check us out there. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.